Welcome to Rocky Top Wrestling. Starring NWA Bobby Mack. Alright, everybody, welcome to Rocky Top Wrestling Drunken Wrestling Review. We're here on location in beautiful Florida. That's right, Orlando, Florida. If you could see out the window, it's way too bright. But there are palm trees in the background. Home of WrestleMania, where Ric Flair was forced to retire by Shawn Michaels, Orlando, Florida. We have no editing equipment, nothing really good today, not even microphones other than the computer's microphone. But I am bored in the hotel, so I decided, you know what? Let's forget about the editing, let's forget about the intros, let's forget about all that stuff and just talk about professional wrestling. We're going into WrestleMania, everybody. WrestleMania just 2 weeks away right now. You've got a lot of big matches coming up. I'm sure everybody with a podcast, everybody with a video cast will be telling you what their main event WrestleMania predictions are going to be next week. So you know what? Since we're under the technology bubble, let's go ahead and say this is going to be our predictions. Bad thing right now is I haven't been able to see professional wrestling for the past few weeks because my job keeps having me work on Mondays. So that'll definitely change when I get back to Tennessee. But right now, let's look at the WrestleMania card. Why not start right at the top and work our way around? Brock Lesnar, as Paul Heyman would say, versus Roman Reigns. This match is becoming apparently more intriguing as you're hearing more people are talking about Roman getting more of a personality. Apparently, the Roman Reigns that's happened over the past 2 weeks is the Roman Reigns that should have been there before Royal Rumble. The Roman Reigns that's gotten people more interested in this match. So, with that said, that's great for Roman. I think the bad part is they built him. Now, all of a sudden, now he's gathering the personality. Now he's showing you the tools of why he's there. But most people have already been turned off already by the fact that he is there without showing those tools firsthand. If Brock Lesnar re-signs with WWE, I say that Brock Lesnar retains the World Heavyweight Championship. If Brock Lesnar does not re-sign with WWE, then Roman Reigns wins. Here's the issue for Roman Reigns. What does this do to his career moving forward? If Roman beats Brock Lesnar with everybody knowing that Lesnar is leaving, what does that do for Roman Reigns? If Roman Reigns loses, knowing that Brock Lesnar is staying, what does that do for Roman Reigns? The loser in this match, no matter what, will be Roman Reigns unless Roman Reigns wins and Brock Lesnar stays with the WWE. So that's going to be the big one right there. Roman Reigns has the most to lose on this match. So good luck to Roman Reigns on being able to maintain what he's got or what he's getting moving forward. The other match on the card that we're all looking at is the Intercontinental Ladder match. You got, God, I don't even know the guy, the English guy, whatever his name is, the leader of the Nexus. He's in there. You've got some Mexicans. You got some face-painted people. You've got a former NWA, TNA World Heavyweight Champion, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan. If Daniel Bryan loses this match, the WrestleMania crowd might go ballistic unless Dolph wins. I really don't see where it can come down to any other two people potentially winning this match unless they do a final spot in this match where it knocks them both out and then somebody goes up that ladder and wins. I think this could possibly be a big show stealer with Dolph and with Daniel being in this match, I don't think it's going to be the show stealer because I think there's other potential show stealers on there, but I think it can definitely outshadow the World Heavyweight Championship match. And the more I think about the World Heavyweight Championship match, I really am puzzled and wonder if that match will even go on last. Because I think WWE might be scared of the crowd reaction that's going to happen with that match. But anyway, back to the ladder match. I think either Dolph wins or Bryan wins. But if neither one of them win, I could see Stardust going up there, taking advantage, being weird and kooky. I could see those two guys knocking each other out, and then Stardust going up to the top of the ladder and winning that championship belt. Another match interesting today is the United States Heavyweight Championship match, Rusev versus John Cena. This is John Cena's venture again, 2 WrestleManias in a row. Last year he wrestled Bray Wyatt. This year it's Rusev, where he's kind of going to lift the guy up that's in the upper mid card or lower main event status, trying to help him get to that next level. This one's interesting because Rusev is undefeated since coming to the WWE from NXT. So Cena, does he need the U.S. title? No, but this is one of those opportunities where a lot of times where the Intercontinental belt and the U.S. belt have lifted a wrestler, this is an opportunity for a wrestler to lift the belt. And if Cena does win and he wins the U.S. Title and he's able to carry that for a while, that'll lift that U.S. belt. Now, if you put Bryan or Dolph as the Intercontinental Champion from the ladder match, if one of those two guys win, then you have a potential for a decent feud that might even unite the two titles at the same time lifting the belt. So I see Cena actually winning this match. He did the favor last year to Bray. I don't see him doing it again. I see him winning this one, ending the streak of Rusev, showing there's a vulnerability in Rusev, as well as taking that title from him and then lifting the U.S. belt back up to some of the prominence that it had back in its heyday, back in the NWA, in the Jim Crockett promotion, Magnum TA, Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff, Tully Blanchard, all those guys. So that's where I think that match is going to go. That's where I see it happening. And, I'm an idiot, so I'm probably wrong. Anyway, next match I want to talk about Triple H and Sting, the face of the WWE, or that's how history is being rewritten, the face of WWE versus the face of WCW. Now, Sting being the face of WCW, that is, I'd say 90% true. Sting never jumped. He never joined the NWO. So, Sting was that anti-NWO guy. And well, I guess he did join the NWO because he joined that NWO red and black thing, the cool NWO that made his face paint was awful during that time. God, it was awful. But anyway, so Sting finally goes to the WWE. The guy that's never been there before. He's 56 years old. He just had his birthday a couple days ago. And he's going to face Triple H, who, again, rewritten history as the face of WWE. Obviously, he was formerly a WCW guy, but, you got Steve Austin, who was former WCW guy. You got Undertaker, former WCW guy. So, other than really probably The Rock and Kurt Angle, most of the other guys have been in WCW. A lot of people I see on the internet or hear on the internet, because I listen to podcasts all the time. Here's the issue. They're like, well, fans wanted to see Undertaker and they wanted to see Sting versus each other. To me, if you have a 56-year-old Sting, and I don't even know how old the Undertaker is, I'm assuming he's probably the same age around Sting, maybe a little older, maybe even younger, I don't know. Why would you want those two guys going against each other when you've got Triple H, who, is still, he's in his early 40s, still, pretty good in the ring, can put on a good match, can tell a good story, is a student of the game, and is active enough where he can carry Sting to a good match. I don't think you want to put Undertaker versus Sting in a match at WrestleMania for the simple fact of Undertaker's got a year of ring rust, Sting has a year of ring rust, And the last time Sting was in the ring with TNA, the performances weren't all that great. And I don't know if it's, I don't watch TNA, so I don't know if it's the other performers' position. I don't know if it was Sting, but his performances have been, said to be, mediocre at best. He obviously is not in the best shape that he's ever been in. And I think even in WCW, he kind of lost that whole shape thing. And I don't know if it was from wearing the full gear where you don't see his chest and stomach anymore, after he left the California gimmick. But Sting to me, he hasn't been impressive in 10 years, 15 years. So I think the right decision was made by putting him versus Triple H. This match is going to be an interesting opportunity for WWE because they have typically fed WCW guys to Triple H. They fed him Kevin Nash when he came back, Bill Goldberg when he came over, Booker T when he came over, Scott Steiner when he came back. Triple H has a long reputation back then of, people would say burying people, but, really, why would you want to bring in the WCW talent and put them over your top guy like Triple H and show that, oh, well, you know what, they did have the better company. And I think that's a problem that TNA always has because every time they hire a WWE guy, they go over right away. Brodus Clay, you're next, or TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So this match, who wins, Triple H or Sting? I say you have to give us the feel-good moment. You have to give us Sting as the winner. If you don't give us Sting as the winner decisively, then you give us Triple H as the winner with some kind of, crazy interference, some kind of, sledgehammer involved or, bat involved or the Stephanie, interfering, WWE interfering, something like that. So I think that's the only way Triple H could go over is if there was actually an interference involved, or there was a foreign object involved, or international object. I don't know. I'm not PC. But yeah, so if Triple H doesn't cheat to win, then Sting wins this match. There's a Divas tag team match between AJ Lee and Paige versus the Bella Twins. Who cares? It's the Bella Twins. They should lose. Paige and AJ are real professional wrestlers, so they need to go over in this match. Bottom line. I know that the Bellas have improved since they came back, but that's like saying that now you're a little bit smarter and still riding that short bus. Because the Bellas were awful before. They are mediocre now at best. If it wasn't for the ones getting a boob job and showing off her boobs and copying Ashley Maruso, I don't think they would even be that relevant. That Divas show, I haven't watched it in like a season or so. I watched the first season. Man, they don't do anything good for the Divas where Paige and AJ do. AJ, unfortunately won't appear on the Divas show. That's just her deal, and I understand with the whole CM Punk and her marriage and stuff like that, not sharing her private life, separating work from private life. I'm all for that. But, Paige is on there now, and Paige is getting very small, I guess, tippets, small positions on the show. Nothing too crazy. Well, I guess some of the things are crazy, but everything she does apparently is separated from what the Bellas are doing. I think that's what WWE needs. They need to expand with Paige and start taking away, this whole Bella twin thing. I don't know. I don't get the Bellas. They're 30, 31, 32. I don't know. One's married, one's boning Cena. Honestly, my argument with them is I think the whole push is because of who they're boning, and that's the bottom line with that. The whole backwards hat thing. That's just that's copying Ashley. It's a youth thing, and I just don't feel that at this time that is really what. Checking my text. I really just don't feel like that's doing anything for the product. So hopefully AJ and Paige get the rub. They get to move on. They get to win this match. Hopefully the match happens. You know, Divas matches in WrestleMania have disappeared before, especially when the Bellows were involved. So hopefully this match does happen, but I don't see that the Bellas winning this match at all. You got Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, a match that again the internet community is complaining about because you had that beatdown on Monday Night Raw with Orton and Rollins, and you know Orton exploding on Rollins, and you know basically people are like, well, that's Orton's revenge. So why does a WrestleMania match even need to happen? I really do think that this match probably needs a stipulation. It probably needs that no DQ stip so you can have this match, let it get out of control, let it be crazy. You know, add some of that drama to it that we've already seen. We've already seen it. You know, we've seen the story of Rollins beating up Orton. We've seen Orton come back, you know, months later. You know, unexplainably rejoining Rollins, and then all of a sudden Orton getting furious and turning against Rollins and giving him the same beatdown. You know, of course, Rollins didn't disappear off TV for months. He just came back on TV the next week and was like, oh, I'm ready to beat you at WrestleMania. So that was a little odd, but, you know, this match, I say Rollins goes over. He needs this push more. The only opportunity that I wouldn't see Rollins going over is to build the fact that if Rollins loses this match to Randy Orton, then I would see Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank later on in the night and winning between Lesnar and Reigns, winning the championship. That way you've got 2 or 3 pay-per-views where Rollins can give the rematches to Reigns, because I'm assuming it would be Reigns. And then by the time SummerSlam rolls around, you've got Randy Orton poking his head back into the main event picture, saying, well, wait a second, I beat you at WrestleMania. We have unfinished business. You're the World Heavyweight Champion. Let's build this program. And then I could see them carrying that program out for the rest of the year. So, interesting match. I would say, again, depending on what happens in the heavyweight championship match, and I will tell you this, I will watch this match and I will decide who's going to win that heavyweight championship match by this match's outcome. If Randy Orton wins this match by pinfall, then I will tell you that Roman Reigns is going to beat Brock Lesnar. If Seth Rollins wins this match, then Brock Lesnar is going to win over Roman Reigns. So there's my prediction, which whoever wins this match is going to tell you who's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship match at the end of the night. Have I missed any matches? The Andre the Giant Battle Royal, you know, it didn't do anything for Cesaro last year. It's great that they're, you know, paying tribute to the past with Andre. I as an old school wrestling fan do appreciate that. Who wins? Who cares? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe Miz, maybe Mizdow. It comes down to them two. Progresses their story. Whatevs, as the kids say nowadays. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Rocky Top Wrestling Drunken Wrestling Review from Orlando, Florida, with no editing, no equipment, and I hope it came out okay for you. I'll see you all pretty soon. It's the 21st now when this is getting ready to come out. I'm going to download it right away to YouTube if I can. And then I'll be back in Tennessee pretty soon so I can start doing Rocky Top Wrestling Drunken Wrestling Review for real. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba.